My sister sneered, "You're 34 and still single," at New Year's dinner. I set my glass down and said, "I've been married for 3 years." My mom froze mid-toast, her glass still raised. My dad put his fork down. My sister's husband stopped chewing. The entire table went dead silent. "Married?" my mom whispered. "To who?" "His name is Brennan. We've been together 6 years. Married for 3. My sister recovered first. "You're lying. There's no way you've been hiding a whole husband for 3 years." "I wasn't hiding him. I just never told any of you because none of you ever asked about my life." That landed exactly how I meant it to. My family decided who I was when I was about 15. My sister Odette was the beauty, the social one, the daughter who brought boyfriends home for approval and posted family photos every holiday. I was the quiet one who moved across the country for a research position and slowly became someone they only remembered to call on birthdays. And even then, Odette would hijack the call within 5 minutes to talk about her kids or her kitchen renovation or whatever crisis she was manufacturing that week. Every holiday I came home to the same script. Odette and her husband Lyle sat at the head of the table while my parents fawned over their grandchildren. I'd sit at the end answering the same 3 questions. "Are you seeing anyone? Don't you get lonely? Have you thought about freezing your eggs?" My mom actually said that last one at Thanksgiving 2 years ago while passing the cranberry sauce. Meanwhile, I'd been living with Brennan for 4 years at that point. He proposed on a Tuesday morning while I was making coffee because he said he didn't want it to be a production. He wanted it to be real. I said yes in my pajamas, and we married at the courthouse 3 weeks later. His parents flew in. His sister made a cake, small and perfect and mine. I never told my family because I knew exactly what would happen. My mom would cry about not being invited. My dad would lecture about tradition, and Odette would find a way to make my wedding about herself, just like she made everything about herself. So I kept it. My quiet life with a man who loved me and never once made me feel invisible. After I dropped the bomb, Odette laughed nervously. "If you're really married, where's your ring?" I held up my left hand. Simple gold band I'd been wearing for 3 years. Every single person at that table had seen it. Not one of them had ever asked about it. My mom's face crumbled. "I thought that was costume jewelry." "You thought that because you never looked close enough to care." My dad cleared his throat. "Why wouldn't you tell us something this important?" "Because the last time I tried to share something important, you talked over me for 40 minutes about Odette's nursery colors. I told you I'd been promoted to lead my department, and Mom said, 'That's nice, honey,' and turned right back to Odette's paint samples." Odette's eyes narrowed. "I think it's selfish. Mom and Dad deserve to be at your wedding. You robbed them of that. You robbed me of a family that noticed I existed." Odette stood up. "You're making yourself the victim like always. You chose to move away. You chose to be distant. You chose to exclude us. I chose to protect my happiness from people who never valued it. Show us a photo then. Prove he's real." I pulled out my phone. Brennan and me at our wedding, hiking in Colorado, cooking in our kitchen, asleep on the couch with our 2 dogs. 3 years of a life they never knew about because they never cared enough to look. My mom started crying. "I can't believe you'd keep this from me. I can't believe you never noticed your daughter was happy." My dad stared at the photos quietly. "He looks like a good man." "He is. I'd like to meet him," my dad said. "He's in the car." Everyone's head snapped toward the front door. "He drove me here. He's been sitting in the driveway for 2 hours because I told him my family wasn't ready." I walked to the front door, opened it, and waved. Brennan stepped out of the car, gave me that crooked smile, and walked inside. He shook my dad's hand, hugged my mom even though she was sobbing, introduced himself to Odette, who just stared at him without speaking. He sat down and said, "I've heard a lot about all of you." The silence told him everything he needed to know about what they'd heard about him. We stayed for 1 more hour. When we left, my mom grabbed my arm at the door. "Please don't disappear again." I looked at her for a long time. "I never disappeared. You just stopped looking."